Okay, so now Joe's factory had grown so big that, well, part of it just started with toys as well.
Well, I left my father's business after he sold it and started making die castings,
Okay.
zinc and aluminum castings, which is different than the foundry because rather than using a sand mold, the die castings are aluminum is forced into steel dies. And it gives you a real nice finish.
Yeah.
So I left and started Dyersville die cast at the time. And that's where we have grown. And then in 1978, one of the companies I was making castings for was White Farm Equipment that made tractors.
Okay.
And they couldn't get a model made, so they asked me to make them a model.
Okay.
And
Started just a model.
so I did. No, I built what's a model.
Okay, we have a tractor here, so we can show them. Is this one of the early toys that you made, or a
It
model?
was similar to it, but I don't see a white here.
Oh,
because
it's white.
White has been out of business quite a while.
Yeah. But this is one of the products that you.
It would be very similar to this. It would have tires very similar, and the shape would be a little bit different, and the color was black and silver.
Okay.
This is an international model, which is all red.
Okay. So mga higala, usa rin siya sa mga models sa ilang mga toys, but this is basically a toy, right? You sold this as toy.
Yes.
Okay, so kaniri. So we kabaw familiar matag mga duwaan ug mga bata ta familiar tag duwaan, but here the adults also have their toys as their hobbies, and well, it's part of the therapy or whatever amuses you, whatever makes you happy. Then here they also have this toy set toy tractor, and this is one of the products that Joe is making in his factory.
But the collecting has been something that's really been big among primarily farmers. And you know, it's guys like myself, when we were young, we did not have toys.
Yeah.
And the quality of these. So, and that's where a lot of the nostalgia comes from. People want what they had years ago. So as a result, we built a lot of the old ones, like some of these back here. See, this is a
Yeah, we have a lot of
old
tractors,
one
different
with
kinds.
a flywheel. And this tractor here was made from 1939 to 1953 in real life.
Wow.
So, but like this one here would have been made in the late 1920s and into the 30s.
Oh my goodness!
So-
This, imagine that this has been for a long time. This
Yeah.
we can call it as antique collections already.
Well, like the
This
New
blue one.
Holland, that's a current model today.
Uh-huh.
That's something that's made today, and then the same thing with the Challenger here and the Agco tractor. They're made today also.
Yeah, that's what is something new for me. Well, for us in the Philippines, like we don't collect this kind of toys. Maybe some of the men or people they collect like memorabilia, but
Yeah.
this is not so familiar to us, and we don't manufacture in the Philippines. So that's what amazes me when we go to toy shows. There's a lot of people looking for like this ones. There are rare collections that you have here.
Yes, toys that were made back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And of course, the first one my dad made, these are quite a bit different. There's much more complicity to it.
Yeah.
Stacks and rubber tires. The first ones were made, we had aluminum wheels and tires because we could not buy rubber products after the war.
Oh yes, that's right.
So in order to get like for a front axle, we used a nail. You cut the nail off and
make it an axle.
And used a hammer to pound it over for the axle in the front.
So do you still have those, like for each of the toys that you make? Do you keep yourself your own model?
Yes, I have.
So that would be an enormous
just about
collections.
everything. And I've collected a lot that other companies have made and things other than toy tractors too. You know, trucks and cars and so forth.
And you usually put your signature there, or your Ertl toy. I don't know. I
Well,
can't
I
think.
autograph some of them for people who come and ask me to autograph them, and then occasionally we'll have a series or a production run
Okay.
where we autograph them, call it an autograph series.
In one of the toy shows, I saw like there's I think there are trucks. They have their Ertl, your family name Ertl in it. So that's your part of your family, or your dad? It's your dad's
Well,
collection.
the company that my dad started was sold in 1968.
Oh, okay.
And then I left in 1970. And since then, there's been, I think, 6 or 7 different mergers.
Okay.
So the company that's called Ertl today is not part of our family.
Okay.
My company is called Joseph L. Ertl Incorporated.
Okay.
And I have a son and a daughter in the business with me. And I have another daughter who's also active, but she doesn't live here in Dyersville.
Okay.
Well, I started designing toys in 1953 when I was a senior in high school.
Oh, okay.
My father didn't have anyone to do it, and I just started making the drawings for him so he could make the toys.
Wow, yeah, then he had grown that big already. So, but part of it you've learned from your father, you studied from your father, and you have
Oh, yeah.
grown it, and some as well as your other brothers who are into almost the same business.
Oh yeah, they were all in the business together.
Yeah. So, mga higala, we have explained it earlier on. It was actually a blessing when his father was jobless, and he thought of doing manufacturing and doing some things in their basement, and what he used to be working started it all, and the business had grown big, and the 5 siblings are into that business, and Joe is into die cast, and part of his product is the toy tractor, and I don't know, I think it's going to grow more. I come back here, I would hear more stories from you.
Sure.
Yes, so thank you very much, Joe, for
Yes.
giving us this privilege to be sitting in our program, and we are so glad that we learned something from you, and I really enjoyed my stay here in Iowa.
Yes, well, I'm glad you could come. We'd love to have you come again.
Sure. And so mga higala, that was our interview with Joseph Ertl, and I hope that you learned from our interviews, and we're going to show you as well a little bit of this in the factory, and more knowledge on about collecting and toy hobbies. Okay mga higala, mauni siyang usa sa ilang models sa ilang toys. Actually, naa sila yung dako nga toy that you can ride. You can see me, I'm riding it. From this big to this smallest. They use also the small tractors. So I really enjoyed riding this and looking at all those toys here, and it just amazed me that they have this kind of toys, and I hope we have the same privilege in the Philippines there. But I know that our kids there now, they're into something new, but this is very, very nice, and it brings them the nostalgia of what they used to have in the farm. And I would like to really thank you, Joseph Ertl, the owner of this diecast and Dyersville diecast manufacturing company, and they make these toys on set. And to Helen, Joe's wife, she's such a nice lady. And Helen, thank you so much for your hospitality, and so you're so kind, you're so nice, and we had a really good time here in Dyersville, Iowa. And thank you so much for our stay, and we could not forget this. And Joe, the one you draw for me, I'm putting in the frame. Someday it's gonna be priceless. So mga higala, this has been Dr. Grace Balankig. Until next time, see you in the Philippines. Bye!